Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Pythonic Accountant. Today I'm doing a follow-up on the last one where we took a look at trying to automate some Python code using airplane, and I had some issues with it. Two of the issues I was trying to deal with were one, it was crashing trying to pull the data down, and I think I figured out that the problem was there's different Python versions and also different versions of the libraries that were being used. And so, in order to, I can't change the Python version that is used on Airplane. They use Python version 3.10. But what I was able to do is in my requirements.txt file, I was able to specify the version numbers. BS4 I didn't need to, but the other four I did just to be safe. And in order to figure out which versions I was going to work with, I checked the ones that I had built in Colab. And the easiest way to do that was to just use the underscore version or dunder version. So when I did import pandas as PD, just do pd dot version, and it gives me the version that of pandas, which was 1.3.5. And there I go, I specified it here. And then what that does is that when I upload or when I deploy this onto Airplane, they will build it using these specific versions. And so that can actually prevent a lot of bugs that might otherwise take place if the versions are incompatible with each other or don't work correctly based on the syntax that's used. The other problem that I thought we were having was that the website I was hitting thought that we were a bot. But it looks like that's not an issue right now, so I may be able to save that for another time. But I was going to use the Selenium library to address that if needed. But for now, it looks like it's not necessary. So it looks like I was actually able to get this working, which is pretty cool. Right now, it is not during trading time. It's on the weekend right now, and so there's not going to be any changes if I ran this on a recurring basis. But just for fun, I'm going to show you what it looks like now that I have this thing working. I'm going to unpause the schedule. And it should just continue to run every minute. And so the next run is going to happen probably when my clock changes to 23:16 or 11:16 p.m. And it will, down here, just automatically populate saying, oh, I'm running the next task. And every minute it'll just kind of repeat that. It'll give me the current status of if it's running, if it's complete, and then I can click through to see what the results were. And so I'll show you the updates that I made to my code as well. I did make a change for the output, and the output basically I put just a portion of the data frame, so just the first three records, and then the .t, what that does is that transposes it, so it turns it on its side, so the columns become the rows and the rows become the columns. It just makes it a little bit easier to view it in certain cases. And so the other piece is I needed to return something for Airplane to be happy. At first I tried to return the data frame itself, and it threw an error because it didn't like trying to turn the data frame into JSON because it expects like a JSON type output or a string. So instead I just returned done. So it's going to print the first three records of the resulting gainers, and then it's going to return done. And so I'm not sure why this, oh, there we go. Cool, let's start the next one. Oh, here, this 16th and 17th, they both worked. So let's click through this, and we'll be able to see run created, run started, starting run, and then this is the output that I had printed. Those are the three columns. So it's index 1, 2, and 3 that are now in columns. These are the columns that are now in the kind of rows. And it gives you the name, the last traded high, low, change, etc. So I think it's pretty awesome. Like, this is what I was trying to create during the last video. And so from here you can see that you can do a lot of other things now that you're getting this data on a recurring basis. You could calculate your own kind of changes. You could set thresholds, like if something goes above or below a certain amount, or if a new top gainer pops into here that you weren't seeing before, you can have it notify you in that specific scenario. So a lot of opportunities here. And again, this is just an example. You can do this a lot of other things. Like one thing I was doing for fun is there was a Lego set that I was wanting to try and buy, and the Lego's website was out of stock for a while, so I set up a Python bot using airplane.dev to go onto the Lego page and see if I can get it, and was able to get it to work. So pretty awesome. Well, see you guys in the next one. Enjoy.